Have you ever given something to another person, hoping for something in return? In ancient Mesopotamia, people did exactly that, but their gifts were intended for the gods. We call these votives. What is a votive? Votives, such as this statuette, were placed in shrines or spaces associated with sacred forces as offerings to deities in Mesopotamia during the Early Dynastic Period, which was approximately 2900 to 2350 BCE. Think of them as gifts to appease the gods. The ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia were among the first cultures to use votives. Mesopotamia was the area between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, where one of the world's earliest civilizations developed, and the city-states of Sumer flourished in present-day southern Iraq. Found in a group of other worshipping figures in the square temple in Eshnunna, now known as Tell Asmar, this standing figure was carved from gypsum alabaster. Some statuettes like this were depictions of the patrons or the people making the offering. The figure stands facing us with his eyes wide open and his hands raised and clasped across his chest in a gesture of prayer or offering. His large, hollowed-out eyes are emphasized by shell and black limestone inlays. Inside a shrine, the figure's pose makes him appear to be venerating the gods forever. Gaining the gods' favor was important in ancient Sumer because you didn't want to get on the gods' bad side. The gods had the power to bless and bring good fortune, or bring disaster, disease, and death. Gods were believed to reside inside temple structures, so it makes sense that people placed votive statuettes like this one inside to offer constant prayer before the divine when a person couldn't physically do so. When a temple or shrine was rebuilt or remodeled later, these votives were buried beneath the floor. Votives are by no means unique to ancient Sumer. They appear in many different cultural traditions and religions as objects expressing a wish or promise that a person wants granted, or even as offerings in gratitude for fulfilling a promise. We could think of the small figurines in gold and silver made by the Inka of Peru, or sculpted stone tablets displayed in public showing Buddhist donors. In the Christian tradition, votives could be objects like icons and small paintings on tin, or bejeweled crowns placed inside churches. Votives such as the Sumerian standing worshipper reflect a powerful human desire to communicate wishes, gratitude, and devotion to the divine.